I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that when people say that at all.
Disagree. To me, it go Forest Hills, the off season, then Bourne Center. We're sleeping on the off season.
What you say?
The off season? Are y'all sleeping?
Welcome to episode 82 of the No Doubt Podcast with your three co-hosts, me, Don, Tim. Obviously, same two positions as always, left and right. I'm in the middle. Obviously, Don's gonna do all the shout outs to all of our Instagrams and social medias and all that stuff. Just want to say thank you guys for rocking with us this long. At 89 subscribers, help us reach 100 before the year is over. We're almost to our goal. Help me reach 400 subscribers. I am at 385 currently sitting now. So just keep running them numbers up, and I appreciate y'all. And then obviously Don got drink of the day and all the social media stuff.
Before we get to that, Don's drink of the day, we have a bourbon, but we have the Maker's Mark today, not the Woodford. So got that. So yeah, y'all go check that out, but y'all drink responsibly. Right here, personal Instagrams, Don King, Recipe, Some Chill, our group Instagram page, Not Our Podcast YT. Subscribe to us on the YouTube, Not Our Podcast. Follow us on TikTok, Not Our Podcast. Go ahead and subscribe to Wrestling Geek for all your wrestling content needs over there. And I don't think I missed anything, but this is episode 82.
Episode 82, NBA Finals edition. We're finally here, boys. All of our predictions were completely wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah. Dead wrong.
Shit was insane.
I think all of us were wrong.
We were all dead wrong. I picked the Nuggets and Celtics and
you had Celtics and Thunder.
Oh well, I had one team right there.
You're still wrong.
I got one of them right.
We're all wrong. I said Celtics for sure. I think we all said Celtics coming out of the East.
No, he said
I said Cleveland.
Oh, but his original one was Celtics. Before you change your mind, I think we all said Celtics. I think. I don't know what episode that was.
I said Cleveland.
You always say Cleveland this whole year?
It was either Cleveland or the Celtics.
Oh, yeah, we're all wrong. I feel like we need to talk about that though. And we don't. Well, yeah. You're more right than we are. I feel like we can talk about it briefly because I don't think any of us expected any of those rounds to go that way, especially the Cavs losing and the Celtics losing. Like, can we actually talk about that?
No. I actually said the Cavs weren't winning the championship. I said second round, and they got beat second round. I knew, bro, the Cavs are frauds. They did it last year.
No, it's the fashion of how they lost. I'm not talking about them losing. It's the fashion on how they lost.
They lost the same way last year. Remember?
Hold on, how are they frauds if they lose because they go out with injury?
Injury? They were injured for like one game, right? One or two at the most.
Darius Garland was out.
They had multiple people out.
I think he left I think he didn't even play the first game. I think it was a wrist or something.
Yeah, it was like multiple. And Evan Mobley was out.
And then Evan Mobley was out. But I don't think Evan Mobley went out the first game. I think it was the second. Y'all can correct us if I'm wrong. I think it was the second. But I know for a fact Darius Garland was out for sure.
Darius Garland was he didn't play the whole series?
No.
No, he didn't.
Are we thinking about the wrong series?
I don't know. I thought he played the whole series.
Are we thinking about the wrong series? Because I thought they beat somebody when Alden wasn't playing.
That was Miami.
It didn't matter.
They beat Miami.
Are we sure that's not the series we're talking about?
No, because second round they lost to the
because Darius Garland came back for the last two games of that series.
Of the Pacers game series or the Heat series?
They beat the Knicks, right? No, the Knicks beat them. Who beat Cleveland? Who knocked them out? Knicks or Pacers?
The Knicks.
The
Pacers.
No, Pacers.
The
Knicks was playing the Celtics. The Knicks was playing the Celtics.
So, I mean, I've always thought Cleveland was frauds. I'm sorry. I just don't trust Cleveland at all.
They were just hurt.
Even
healthy. They were all healthy and just choked.
I can't trust them.
I can understand.
Donovan Mitchell, I trust Donovan Mitchell. I don't trust nobody else outside of Mitchell. When come playoff time, I don't trust nobody besides him. It was the same problem last year when they played us. It's just nobody shows up besides him come playoff time, healthy or injured. He's the only one.
Evan Mobley did a lot better this year than compared to last year.
I just don't trust Cleveland. I don't know what it is. No disrespect to the roster. They got a solid roster, good team. But when it comes playoffs, like it's a different. You can tell the difference between a playoff team and a regular season team. Cleveland is a regular season team. I just don't see.
But what are they missing?
But hold on, Terrence. That was my point. That was my point in the last video I was trying to make of certain teams are championship contenders and certain teams just make it. Like Cleveland wasn't
We
championship team.
We already debunked this.
No, I'm saying that's what I meant, though.
Okay. Yeah, but Cleveland was a 1 seed. What's their excuse?
Yeah, they were a championship.
They had to a second best record behind OKC. I think they had second.
Terrence, you single-handedly exposed all their flaws by yourself. Like, what do you mean?
Their whole flaws is just everybody but Mitchell.
And then injuries.
I don't see them being. I don't think they would have beat the Knicks.
I think they would have beat Indiana.
I mean, I'm sorry, not the Knicks. The Pacers. Either way, go.
Pacers
they would have went to 7. I thought they had.
They would have went to 7. I think they would have won.
They had a better team. They just got outplayed by a team that was hungrier and more people showed up consistently.
You know my favorite part about the Pacers? They play as a team. That's my favorite part. They bro.
We
finally have a series where two teams play like a team. It's not just depending. Obviously, you got your two best players in Halliburton and SGA, but they play as a team. They don't just depend on them. Everybody else shows up and help.
Hey, let's forget the starters. It's based on how Naismith gonna play and Jalen Williams. It's based on how them two gonna play. Yeah.
Oh, we was just talking about the East. I didn't know how we got to the West. My bad.
No. I was talking about. I was saying in general for this series, it's based on them because the Stars. I'm not gonna say the Stars are gonna show up, but
I don't know, y'all. Thunder is deep.
No, this is my thing.
I don't even think it matters if Jalen Williams go crazy.
This is my thing. The Thunder can win without Shea going off.
True.
They
have done it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't.
It can't be for a whole series, though. We're not gonna say play. You can't play like garbage for a whole series. He has to.
Hold on. That's why I said it's not based. This series isn't based on them.
No, I'm saying he can't play like garbage. He can't.
No,
not the whole series.
No, this is what I'm saying. Their play isn't as significant now due to both of their teams. No, due to their teams playing team ball, and then you got to realize both of them, Shea and Tyrese, won games where both of them had like 14 points.
Yeah, but Hallie's a natural point guard.
He's the playmaker, though. So.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. Naismith gonna go stupid. It's based on Naismith and Jalen Williams.
I don't think it's based on anybody. I think they don't have enough firepower in general for this series.
Which team?
The Pacers.
I mean, we said the Knicks.
I don't think they have enough firepower. Okay, hold on. Let me break this down for you. You're not going to get that. What game was that where Siakam went crazy? He had like 23 in the first half. You're not.
Yeah, he ended with 39.
You're not going to get that every game. That's
already hold on. What you are going to get every game is at least 20. You're at least going to get 20.
Or Hardenstein. They're both bigger bodies. Well, Chet is taller, not necessarily bigger, but they're both 7-footers. Bro, he's finna have a hard time scoring, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They can flush.
You still got Miles. Hold on, you're still sleeping on Miles Turner down there.
I agree with Don in the standpoint of Siakam's not gonna go as crazy because one, Cat's an awful defender. He exposed Cat because Cat is an awful defender.
Hey, nigga Tim just said Miles Turner, bro.
Yeah, Miles Turner's not the best defender either. Like he's just another tall body. I'm not saying he's like
he's
garbage,
a tall body though.
He's not like a Chet. No, Chet. It's the difference in being tall and Chet and tall and Miles Turner. Chet is actually a great defender. Miles Turner is kind of like he's a great offensive center, but he's not a great defensive center.
And he is also a shooter. That paint gonna be wide open if they got Miles on him. That is a recipe for disaster. Hardenstein too slow.
Huh? Wait, what?
Wait, I'm tripping. No, my bad. Hold on.
You meant to flip it the other way.
Yeah. Chet is the shooter. So if they put him on Miles Turner, that paint gonna be open. Because Siakam and Hardenstein, I think they could kind of go.
No, that's the matchup. That's what's gonna be crazy.
How do we know that's the matchup?
That's gonna be the matchup. Because Chet can shoot and Miles Turner can shoot. So the paint gonna be open.
If it's me, my matchup for the bigs for the front court is Chet and Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yes.
And then you put Miles Turner on Hardenstein. That's what I would do.
No, are you speaking for the Pacers or are you speaking?
I'm speaking for the Pacers because the Thunder is a more stacked team than the Pacers team.
I'm gonna tell you this: they're a bigger team, but if you put Hardenstein on Siakam, he's going to get exposed just like Cat. He's not guarding.
Cat's an awful defender. I'm sorry. That's a bad.
Hold on.
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying Chet would be a better matchup on Siakam than just sitting out there worrying about what's the name shooting threes.
But this is the thing. Chet is going to have to. Well, he doesn't have to because we have guys like Jalen Williams. We have SGA, obviously, that can put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, his main focus is defense.
But if Chet is going to be the guy to go off, they're not going to have him wasting energy guarding Chet too. And Siakam got to score on the opposite end.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're either going to want him to score or not. Because they have the score, have the firepower.
The front court alone,
they don't need him to score.
It's going to be
interesting to see solid 15
because the front court alone, I don't even know how this going to go. We don't know what Siakam we're going to get.
I'm telling you, the best
matchups.
But the best matchup to secure a win is Chet being on Siakam.
Yeah, we agree. Because hardest side and Miles Turner are the slower ones. Yeah, we agree on that.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Siakam not going to be able to have a lot of scoring lift if he's too busy running around with Chet.
Oh, no. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying put Siakam on him. No, keep Siakam on.
Oh, so you're just talking about.
No, I'm just talking about the Thunder. If they want to win, they cannot put Hartenstein on Siakam, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's
we agree on that. We agree on that, yeah. The Pacers defensive scheme should be that. The Thunder, however, it probably.
I wonder how are they going to guard Naismith and Jalen Williams. And Lou Dort. I feel like Lou Dort gonna have 2 games this series.
Lou Dort is an excellent defender. Who's been real. They can really throw him on if they want to. That's an
excellent defender. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and change my team. I got OKC. OKC do have too much firepower, especially on defense. Especially with Caruso being at a guard.
I forgot about Caruso.
Oh
man,
I forgot.
Yeah, they gonna OKC won this.
Well, we
can't say that. Built the dynasty. They built the dynasty if they could keep this team together.
Dynasty, they ain't even won yet, so calm down.
They
didn't want to even be in the topic of a dynasty.
I mean, yeah.
Well, if we going based off of one series, I'm going OKC in 7, just out of respect for the Pacers because they've been balling. But everybody said they was going to lose. Everybody said the Pacers was going first round. Then they said they was going second round. Then they said they was going to lose to the Knicks. And
they did. But that's what we talked about. You don't always have to be the best team. You don't always have to be the best team to win a game.
I can't confidently say that OKC's going to win because, like you said, they continuously got here and said Tyrese was overrated and that this man was going to lose first round, second round, and third round, and he continued to. No, I'm not finna go against him no more. I can't.
I always respected him. I don't know where that hate came from with that survey.
No, I mean that's just. Well, we got to realize that just because a lot of players are in the NBA might seem cool, that doesn't mean they're cool with each other.
Of course, we know that.
So. I'm pretty sure I didn't expect the whole league to say that. Nah,
it was the coaches too.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
coaches and players, right?
Yeah.
Or was it just players?
It was mainly players, but it was coaches in there too.
It's wicked as hell. Like, what are y'all watching?
Nothing. That's the problem. They're not watching. How can you legit say you play in the NBA and you say he's the most overrated player? When you got Buddy Hield in the NBA.
Damn. Hold on
now.
Whoa, what did Buddy Hield do? I'm confused.
Why did he catch the whole bullet?
Right. Wow. You can't tell me like there's.
He just had the best playoff game of his life. The series.
Right. He literally out of everybody. Like I expected you to say Jimmy Butler before him because he actually fucking showed up.
Jimmy Butler's not overrated.
Jimmy Butler, we just know what we're gonna get. That's not overrated. We just know he's gonna turn it up.
I look at it differently. I look at it differently now.
I'm never gonna say a man that carries.
You're a superstar. I need
whoa,
you to
whoa.
Stop.
Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa, wait a minute.
You can't do the
so Jimmy Butler's not a superstar.
No.
Nah.
That's all I needed to hear.
He's a star. Most definitely a star. Also,
what's our ranking again? Hold on, we got to get on the same page. It's star. No, it's role.
No. It's bench player.
Okay.
Role player. All-star. No, I'm sorry. Starter.
All-star.
Star. Superstar. There's 6 levels.
Why is the all-star?
No, there's 7. You got Hall of Famer. There are 7.
Well,
why is the all-star and star flipped? I don't get that.
Because all-star, anybody can be an all-star. Andrew Wiggins was a prime example, but he's not a star.
Zigorus Ilgauskas was an all-star.
That's another example.
All right, okay. So hold on.
Not Todd. Daniel Gibson was an all-star.
Anybody can make the
Okay. So bench player, role player, starter. No.
Yeah, starter.
Yeah, starter.
But you said all-star.
No,
starter after starter.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, whatever.
Bench player,
star, all-star, superstar.
Yeah.
And then Hall of Famer.
Yeah. There's only like 8 superstars in the NBA right now. 7, 8-ish, around that number.
Who?
Anthony Edwards? Personally,
Anthony
it's
Edwards?
Joker. It's Joker, obviously.
Whoa. Hall of Famer.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about.
I don't put. Hold on. Let's take Hall of Famer players. Hold on. Let's take all of.
So superstar is the S tier.
Yeah, that's the high tier.
Oh, okay. Then you got Jokic, you got Giannis.
I got Jokic. I got Giannis.
You got Luka, right?
Yeah, of course, Luka. Tatum, because I don't understand the hate he get. I don't understand that at all. That's 4.
Trash. Let's keep going.
As much as people hate Embiid, he's a superstar when healthy.
No.
LeBron. How the hell I forget LeBron? Curry. How many is that? How many that's named?
You're already at 7.
SGA. He just won MVP. Come on, at this point, that's a superstar player.
Ja, Anthony Edwards.
Who?
Ja. Oh, no.
Hold on, wait a minute. No. If you want to play Anthony Edwards, I'm cool with that. I'm actually cool with the Anthony Edwards part. I'm cool with that.
Hold on. How isn't Ja a superstar?
I thought you have to have a resume for superstar tier.
Ant don't have one.
Ain't did nothing yet.
Yeah, I
if he wanted to. No. If he wanted to, I'm cool with that. I'm not putting him.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
SGA is my last one. That's why I said 8.
Yeah, I'm cool. And SGA barely just got that. He got it now because the MVP, but he
Damian Lillard's not a superstar.
No.
Sorry.
I'm just asking.
That's it. That's 8 people. Unless I'm missing somebody, as far as I know, I think that's it. I don't think I'm missing nobody. Because everybody else is just a regular player, a star player.
Kevin Durant?
Oh, God, I forgot about KD. So that's
Devin Booker?
Flip, no.
Okay, hold on.
KD last one, right? I know there's somebody.
Devin Booker
done?
Is not a superstar?
What has Devin Booker done?
Flip, no.
Okay.
What has Devin Booker done?
Hey, we can.
He's a star. He's a star player.
We not saying. Hold on, for the audience, we ain't saying these people are trash.
I'm not saying they're trash. They're just like it to be a superstar.
Devin Booker is a dog. We know that.
Yeah, you got to be a different caliber player to be.
But he just don't have a resume compared to these other guys, so that's why I can't put him on that tier. Like, just don't have it. That's why I don't know about SGA. I don't know if I'm ready to put him in a Bron, Jokic, Curry tier. I don't know.
If SGA finishes this season off probably one of the greatest seasons of all time, he finishes off with a Western Conference Championship, Finals MVP, a regular season MVP, and he gets a Finals MVP. What's holding up at that point? That's 3-tier things that some people don't got.
Those things gotta happen. That's all I'm saying.
He already got 2.
Okay, he ain't got the 3rd.
Tyrese Halliburton ain't a superstar.
Tyrese Halliburton a superstar? Nah, I don't think so.
What?
I don't think he's a superstar.
If he continues to
led the most underrated team to the finals, man. Come on.
So
that's on your resume.
Are we talking about accolades or feelings at this point?
I'm talking about both ability and accolades. All that matters. Like,
come on now,
Tyrese. Okay, so if we talking about ability, then you got to throw in because.
Hold on. If we're talking about ability, you got to throw in Ja as well. What are we talking about?
What has Halliburton done?
Well, at least Halliburton
has superstar talent.
At least in the finals. Ja ain't never seen the finals.
Tyrese Halliburton
does not.
Tyrese Halliburton has.
I don't even know why he said Ja Wick. I don't even.
Halliburton has superstar tendencies, but I'm still not ready to put him in there yet.
Okay,
that's SGA just had one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen.
Let's stop the Ja hate.
Ja's not a superstar.
How?
He hasn't done anything. That's all.
He's done everybody nothing. I named on the list has done.
Neither has Ant. Neither has Ant. But you want to put him in there?
I didn't put him in there.
But no, I'm saying, but you're cool with it.
I said because you said it. I didn't say I was putting him in there.
Yeah, I didn't put him in.
I said if the random person wanted to throw them in their list, that's fine. But me personally, he's not in mine. Everybody I named on my list has accolades.
What qualifies you to be a superstar? Is it not the talent?
Accolades,
and play on the court,
and the play on the court, both combinations of it.
Westbrook and
you got to have both. You have to have both.
To be a superstar, you got to have.
Like if you're on the same tier, if you're on the same tier with the Jokic's, the average and triple, you got to have a resume at least a little bit.
Well, Wemby will be there in 2-3 years.
I believe it.
Cool.
I surely believe that.
He might got two.
I want to give it to him
now.
got
one.
I want to give him to him now.
I know he's still growing, right?
Bro, that's ridiculous. Like, if he stays healthy,
he's still growing.
Bro can average 30 in his sleep if he really wants to.
He finna have like 30 and 10.
Why can't I feel like we should change the narrative?
And by 10 blocks.
I think we should change the narrative for a superstar because it's certain people like Wemby you just should be able to call a superstar now.
Nah, you shouldn't do that. No, you gotta show me. I don't care.
The only thing
look at Zion Williamson.
Hold on.
I gotta keep going.
Hold on. That's fair because the only thing you can say that would negate that is health. Other than that, we know he's gonna go out there.
Ben Simmons.
Okay, hold on. This nigga shot way more threes than Ben Simmons.
That don't mean nothing. Ben Simmons was supposed to be the reincarnated Bron. Look at how that panned out. And Zion. That's two examples right there.
And he also wasn't the number one option on his team. Wemby is.
Who wasn't?
Ben Simmons wasn't. What do you mean? It was Embiid.
Oh, Philly. I keep forgetting, bro. Philly, ever since they bullied that man, I totally forget, bro. All I remember is the Nets.
All I'm saying is Wemby.
I know you're on the Clippers now.
Coming in to be the number one man. So, like, the only reason I will agree that he's not a superstar right now is because of potential injuries.
Yeah, but
I don't see him panning out to be a James Harden. I don't see him panning out to be a James. You said what?
We still can't just throw it around just because we see.
Oh no,
I want to see somebody potential. Like you got to show me your potential.
I'm not saying throwing around to everybody, but Wemby might be the one player who might get a quadruple double.
Nah, that don't matter. Show me first. Show me first. Like, that don't matter.
Consistent play too. Not
now you know what? That's fair because Draymond almost got one, so that's fair.
And Draymond is not a superstar, but Draymond know how to play his role and get a team where it need to be.
Are you all putting him in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah, Draymond's Hall of Fame.
He's a Hall of Famer. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, he gonna be
makes it.
He a first ballot for the text too. So
for the who?
For the text, technical fouls. He needed an award for that. I ain't gonna lie. He needed number one crash out. He needs an award for that.
The NBA Hall of Fame should not exist because anybody can get in. So.
The Hall of Fame for the NBA is kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie.
There's no.
Nigga, the Hall of Fame for every sport is fucking weak. Deion said it himself.
Then basketball is for sure the worst.
Easily.
Deion said it should be 2 Hall of Fames for the NFL.
How would that work though?
Nah, he's saying some of the people they're putting in the Hall of Fame shouldn't be on the same level as him.
That's why they just make tiers. I think you separate it if you make tiers. You can put them in the Hall of Fame, especially if they have the notoriety, the influence, those things. But if their resumes are not highest, then you should do tiers.
Let's go with Don's idea. Terrence.
Let's do tiers.
Going off of Don's idea, would you put Melo in Hall of Fame?
He'll be in the Hall of Fame. He just wouldn't be in the higher
D tier though. He'll be like D tier.
Well, he said
no. We can't do that many. We can't do like it can't be a whole bunch of tiers. It's got to be like 2 or 3 levels.
Why is there tiers? I'm confused now.
I'm just saying for the Hall of Fame, the only way to fix it is to take it away altogether.
It'll just be B.
Put them in the Hall of Fame, but make them different tiers.
Or they just stop putting sorry people in the Hall of Fame.
But Carmelo is the greatest example. He didn't do much. His NBA career, we know he's an Olympian. We know all those things.
But he's still considered one of the greatest.
But he's still considered one of the greatest scorers, like pure scorers. So he would be in the Hall of Fame. We already know he's going to be. But he wouldn't be on there. He would. That's what I said. He's going to be. Or is he already in?
I think
is he already in? Oh, they did. No, they didn't do it yet, did they?
They didn't put him in there yet.
He already in, I think. I think he got nominated inducted last year. Or this year was going on. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know the induction ceremony happened already.
But he been retired that long.
Anyway, but he wouldn't be on the level of Bron. That's the only way you fix the Hall of Fame. If niggas gonna be butthurt about it, that's just what it is. But that's the only way you fix it, or you take it away altogether.
And they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, so you just do tiers.
It's just the Hall of
Fame.
They
inducted him this year. They just inducted him.
Bro, the NBA be inducting. They inducted him quick. Nah, no, you're right.
See, now you gotta have a D tier Hall of Fame. Now you gotta have them extra tier.
You gotta make it sound pleasing though, Tim. You can't say D tier.
He's D tier. No, he's not going on the same level as Kobe, LeBron.
If we're doing three tiers,
if Shea wins, let's be honest. If Shea wins a finals right now,
no,
he's gonna be in a higher tier Hall of Fame than KD.
Why are we? No, it's
in Westbrook.
Really? Off of the 3 accolades?
Well, no, not
be on the highest tier.
Westbrook. Definitely Westbrook.
The highest tier? Off rip already?
No, I say he's gonna be in a higher tier.
He's gonna make it regardless. If he wins the championship this year, you can go ahead and book that Hall of Fame. It's already in there.
For real?
No, I'm saying Shea would be in a higher tier, in my opinion.
He's already a Hall of Fame.
It's not even about the higher tier, bro. If he wins the championship for the city of Oklahoma City, something Kevin Durant and Westbrook couldn't do, bro, he's already. You can book it. He's already.
And Harden. And mind you, they were all on the same team.
And Harden, bro. He's going to be. I've already stated the step back, bro. If he wins the championship this year, he's the greatest Thunder of all time. I don't care how long Kevin Durant was there. I don't care how long Westbrook was there. I don't care how long James Harden was there. None of them delivered the championship. None of them delivered that shit. If he wins this chip on his first try,
we're not disagreeing,
bro. He's already the greatest Thunder.
I'm not disagreeing.
So, bro.
Okay, so give me an example. If let's say hypothetically we're doing 3 tiers for the Hall of Fame, give me an example of each person.
Hold on. First of all, we gotta fix that example. It can't be just 3 tiers because we're not putting
Melo tiers.
Huh? 3 tiers would be fine.
LeBron, 4 or 5 tiers is too much.
3 tiers is perfect. The first tier is LeBron, Jordan, Kobe.
Yeah, all them.
And Magic,
Jokic,
Bird, all them.
Yeah.
The second tier would be like a.
Hold on. Jokic is not in the first tier. Hold on. Jokic isn't in the first tier with Jordan and them yet.
Yes, he is.
Why not?
Yes, he is. What are we talking about?
How?
Yes, he is.
He's solidified. He don't need nothing else. He good. He can win
no, I'm saying he's solidified in the Hall of Fame, but in the first, he only has 1 ring. What are we talking about?
3 MVPs. What we doing? He got 3 MVPs. He should have had about 5.
Compared to people who got multiple of each.
He got 3.
Okay, fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Who's in the middle tier?
He's like literally right in the middle.
Who's in the middle tier? Who's in the middle tier?
If he can get one more, this is what I'm saying. If Jokic can get 1 more ring, then I'll be okay with putting him in. You can't sit here and say you just won 1 ring and now he's up there with Jordan.
Well, it wasn't just about the 1 ring though. It wasn't just about the 1 ring, but it's fine.
And 3 MVPs.
Yeah, that's valid.
That's a lot of MVPs. What you mean? Name me somebody in the middle tier that you would put. They got 3 MVPs. They probably ain't got a ring. That's what I'm saying. Like, what you mean? He's in that tier, bro.
He's not second tier.
You can't give me a middle grade ballot Hall of Famer that got 3 MVPs and a ring. They ain't got probably neither. Jokic is in that tier, bro. I'm sorry. We just don't want to say it, but I'm glad.
No,
yeah. We're not gonna beat them old niggas in 5 years. Nah, bro. We're not. We're gonna be real with ourselves. He's in that tier. He's gonna be on the lower end.
If you listen to what I said, he's crossing over. But just for me, he's not in there yet.
Okay. So who's in the middle tier then?
Dominique Wilkins. I'll put Dominique Wilkins like second tier.
Where do y'all put?
Nah, he does he?
Where y'all put T-Mac? T-Mac in that second tier.
He got to go in the same tier as Melo.
Is T-Mac in the second tier?
No, he in the same tier as Carmelo.
That's tough.
The third one?
Yes,
I would say T-Mac over Melo any day of the week.
Injuries.
I'm sorry. Hey, look, for me to rank up in these tiers, it championships matter for me.
Nah, you're right.
I'm not gonna sit here and say you're not a Hall of Famer because you ain't got
in the second tier. Does it really matter?
Yes.
Well, we got to get a baseline of
you got to at least get 1. You got to at least get 1.
But we have to get a baseline of who's in the third tier before we can figure out.
Melo is the baseline. If you don't have a ring, Melo, Westbrook. I'll put KD's in the top tier.
So we're gonna put somebody who doesn't have MVPs in the same list as somebody who has an MVP.
Yeah, we can't.
That's disrespectful to Westbrook.
And he averaged a triple-double.
That's fair.
So Westbrook would be second.
If you got an
MVP,
if you at least got an MVP, you're in the second tier.
If you have hardware, bro, that should matter over somebody who doesn't have it. That's automatic second tier whether you have a ring or not. Like hardware matters. All
Melo got is does he got a scoring?
A ring? No, hold on.
And the gold medals. That's all he has.
See, but the ring puts you up here. Like the ring, you solidify, especially if you the one that like carried the team to the chip and all that stuff. You the best player. That puts you here. That's what I'm saying. The second tier is for people who might not have.
No. Hold on. No. Because
No.
I'm saying because it's people who won just 1 ring. Are we gonna put them in the same tier as Jordan? Like, that's what I'm asking.
No.
Now, if you want to sit here and say,
I don't agree with that.
Everybody don't have to have 6, 7, 5, 6.
No, but if all you got is 1 ring, no. I agree with Tim.
If you only got 1, you put Joker in the top ring.
No, but that's because of the multiple MVPs. You convinced me with the multiple.
He got MVPs though,
and he still has a chance to win more. We're talking about the people who are retired and done. If you just got 1 ring, You in the second tier.
Hey Tim, turn your camera on and turn it back on. No, I mean if one ring, I'm not putting somebody in that tier. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, not with just one ring.
So
like Damian Lillard. Like where would y'all put Giannis? Where would you put Giannis? Would be in the same tier as Jokic.
Yes.
I'll put Embiid in that tier 2.
No,
but he has to win. He has to win a ring to stay in that tier. Hold on, we were just talking about to be in that. Hold on, to be in that second tier, you have to have hardware. He has an MVP.
I thought you were talking about the first tier.
Oh no, I'm talking about the second tier.
No, Embiid is not in the first tier.
He's most definitely second.
He's most definitely second tier.
I'm cool with second tier. That's cool.
Well, hold on. For him to stay in the second tier, he has to win a ring.
No, he don't never have to win a ring.
No matter how, I don't care how many MVPs you got. You got all them MVPs just to lose. Every fucking year.
But so now we've been in contradiction because we keep Westbrook in the second. He ain't gonna never get a ring. He's cooked. I'm sorry, no disrespect. I love you, Westbrook.
No, hold on. I originally put him in the third tier, but y'all made me feel bad
because you put him in there with Melo.
You put MVP down there.
That's why I said we need an extra tier. It can't just be 3 tiers.
Why?
Bro, like I'm not saying the
people like Westbrook
like
who got an MVP who got records versus Melo who's just in the Hall of Fame.
But he got a record that probably won't even get beaten again.
Yeah, probably.
But you're telling me you're putting Westbrook on the same level as Jokic?
No, he's in the middle tier.
That's where I got Jokic. That's where I got
See, that's where we disagree. That's just where we disagree because Jokic already got a chip and an MVP. So why would I play him in the same tier?
I said to get in that tier with Jordan, you got to at least have two. At least 2. And I'm saying he can still get there. Just like that's why I got him and Giannis at the top of the tier 2 because they can still go up. Luka now. Where do y'all got Luka right now?
Middle tier. Well,
what?
Yeah, I was gonna say actually. Damn.
He's on the same level as Melo.
He got a scoring champ. That's all he really got right
He's
now.
on the same level as Melo right now.
At least
until his career is done, he's on the same level as Melo.
He's in the third tier right now. He hasn't really done much. So where y'all got Kyrie then? No.
Stop. Let's not say he hasn't. I don't like when people say they haven't done much. They've done a lot. They just ain't got the hardware.
Right. The hardware part is what I mean. The hardware part.
Hold on. When
to be in the Hall of Fame, you can't be no slouch.
Hold on. When we're speaking on people who are still playing and we consider them in the Hall of Fame, they can still move up or down.
Of course.
Like Luka, he's in the third tier. He's definitely by the end of his career. What I'm hoping for is he's up there with Jordan.
Yeah,
not like he's gonna have 6 rings, but I'm hoping he at least get 2 rings. At least 2.
Yeah, it just depends on what the Lakers do, bro. Like they're not really gonna be able to open up the floodgates until Bron leave, honestly. Because Bron is just not even the money thing, because he's taken cuts before. Bron is just, you know how he is. Like that's LeBron James. That's hard to play with, especially he's already dominating the ball. Like he's already doing that. He's playing more off ball now, but look where they are. They're home. They're at home. So
I don't think it was that hard of a transition for Luka to go play with LeBron.
I don't think it was hard, but that's because they're basically, we've had this conversation a few
They're literally the same player.
They're the same player. Except less athleticism. Exactly. But all the players that came to the Lakers then was not that. That was the issue.
Well, AD adjusted and they still want a ring.
Well, are you saying they're the same player?
AD adjusted for the bubble year, but
are you saying they're the same player because they're pass first?
Well, their high Q for one, their dribbling ability, their playmaking ability, and passing ability. Yes, that's it.
And I'll tell you that. And defense, LeBron's a trillion times better.
Yeah.
They got defense, and they're pretty much the same player.
We're talking about offensive traits right now. We're not talking about
Luka's a way better shooter.
Earlier in his career, technically, yes, I give him that because LeBron was the best shooter earlier. But when he got to Miami, all that changed. So we talking about prime Bron, or we talking about just in general?
Yeah, because
but Luka
people like to say but Bron has his moments where he's not shooting well. But when you really be looking at his numbers, he don't shoot bad. It's just he's streaky when it comes to certain games. Like he may not make it 3 in 3 or 4 or 5 games, but he don't take a lot of threes, and then he makes some. His 3-point percentage don't be bad at the end of the years.
I'm saying it because I would consider Luka more of a pure shooter before LeBron. is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're talking about more of playmaking, getting guys going. I'm not talking about defensive stuff, and I'm really not talking about scoring. It's easier. It's easier to play with playmakers because y'all have the same mind. If you bring somebody else that don't have that, then you got to kind of differentiate and try to figure out where it's gonna fit.
That's what messed us up. We ain't had no size of shooters.
No, that's not what messed y'all up. Y'all messed up with size. That's it.
We need
it's
to
the only mess up y'all had.
We need
that's the only mess up the Lakers had.
We need to score.
It's also the fact that you got to think Bron has played in 3 different eras of basketball. Like when he first got in the league, shooting was not really like premium as it is now. It's about getting to the hole, hurting your body, do what you got to do. Then 2010s came along, shooting kind of spread out more, but it didn't
start to get crazy until like
it went from attacking the basket to mid range to threes. That's what it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he played through 3 different eras of basketball. So I feel like it's kind of an advantage. I'm not saying this. I still think Luke's the better shooter, but I'm saying from a standpoint, him coming in now versus when Bron came in 03.
I still think he's the better shooter. Let's get that straight. But what I'm saying is Bron is not as bad of a shooter as
no. I don't want to say
that. I'm not saying he's bad. He could be better, but he's not bad.
I don't think people realize how good he was when he was in Miami. And like
the only thing I was legit say LeBron did bad was shooting free throws. Like that shit.
Oh, he's always been bad with free throws.
Like
that's his kryptonite for some reason. It's so weird. I don't know why. You can do faders at the free throw line, but you can't do a regular free throw.
With no hand in your face. Hand in your face.
Like it's super weird. I don't know why, but it's whatever.
Like that shit was weird. Like I could understand for Shaq because that nigga was big. It was probably hard for his ass.
Your hands are huge.
But LeBron is like.
That's why Kawhi shoot like that because his hand's so big. So his arch is not like.
Yeah, but Kawhi's
super. And he's still a great shooter.
I'm just saying that's an example.
Well, hold on. We can't blame the hand now because he's still a great shooter. And his hand is as big as Shaq.
No, we can't blame the hand. That's got to be to somebody going into the gym and getting that work in.
Yeah,
he's just never been a good free throw shooter.
But for the Lakers, I think all y'all really, of course, more shooters is fine. But y'all just really needed size, and I feel like that series would completely different.
Yeah, size need to be our main focus, but I'm not sitting here and saying let's just go get some size and we're going to win the championship.
I just don't know where I can get it though. But
we need somebody. We need at least one other person outside of Austin Reeves who can give us 20.
You need 4 scores.
What are you talking about?
Luka, Brian, Austin Reeves. You don't really.
Yeah, we're going to need that.
You don't really need. You're not going to get another scorer that's going to be a 4th option average.
20 a night is crazy.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm not saying you have to average. I'm saying you have to be able to get it.
Yeah, Tim, but that's a lot to ask for. A lot of guys.
No, it's not because
it is, bro. No,
Tim.
Let me get this off. That's a lot to ask for because you can get a guy that can give you 20, but he also got to have touches in the beginning of the game. Like if he's 4th option, and then you say, "Hey, go turn it on." A lot of guys can't turn it on like that.
Hold on. We're talking about 2 people with high IQs pass first, right? Why is he not going to
make shots? You can't.
No, I'm not saying no. Hold on, we're going off the touches. Why is he not going to get touches? We're playing with 2 guys. That have the ball. Dynamic playmakers.
Bro, they have their scores. They don't need no more scores. I promise you they don't. Y'all do not need no more scores. Y'all need size and role.
Hold on. Prime example. KD proved this when he went to Phoenix. We thought he was going to outscore, but no, his 30 points ended up meaning nothing.
Because of other factors.
Yes, because he can't be the only person that's giving 30, him and Devin Booker. Just like Luka.
Bradley Beal. This is a terrible example.
No. Forget that example.
Okay.
They had no defense.
Yeah, that was my second.
That was their literal whole problem. They had no defense.
Yeah,
it wasn't about role players. It was about nothing.
That's fair. But still, though, even with defense, we're not going to win a championship just relying on LeBron and Luka dropping 30. We're not.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying.
But you want another scorer. You have 3 scorers that can get their own bucket.
I don't think you realize how basketball works. Everybody's not getting touches like
Austin
that.
Reeves
Your big 3 guys are going to get their touch. They're going to get the ball. Like you might get LeBron might get 17 shots. Luka might get 20.
This is
that's hard to get the ball around. Then Reeves take about, let's say he take about 13 to 15 shots a game.
Yeah,
how many more shots you gonna get around?
Let's be real. If realistically we want to shot at winning a championship,
then you go get a center that can actually play defense.
You get
LeBron has to play off ball, and his points are going to go down. Lucas are going to go up.
He's already done that.
Austin Reeves need to go up, and you need one more person. That's why I say you need one more person. That way, LeBron can get added. No, listen to what I'm saying before you just sit here and say no.
I'm listening to you. I'm just disagreeing, Tim.
I'm just saying. Listen before you disagree. I'm saying you need that one extra person to give LeBron a break. This man is
that person. Who was that person, bro?
I'm not. And look, I'm not sitting. Hold on, and I'm not sitting here saying they have to be a up and coming superstar, Anthony Edwards, or they don't even have to be an old head Damian Lillard.
Because you're trying to replace LeBron.
I guarantee you, with Chris Middleton, Chris Middleton with an on game, we're doing fine.
Are you serious, Tim?
I think you missed the whole point. What do y'all lose in the first round? Oh, Timberwolves. They just outsized y'all. Like legit, just get a center, bro. Get a center. That's it, and the Lakers be fine. The scoring is not a problem. They have no problem putting the ball in the hoop. They just need a center. That's legit. A defense
and perimeter defense.
That too, yes, that too. They just need defense. That's it. Just Lakers just legit need some defenders.
And y'all gonna be good.
Y'all don't see what I see. Why I'm saying this? I'm not saying this because before OKC and Indiana was playing team ball, yes, that would have been fine. But they're playing team ball. Both of them got 3 people who could drop 20. 4 people who could drop 20.
Y'all. Well, there was team ball, not the OKC's better than everybody, regardless. It's not even just the 3 guys. They have a whole
and their bench.
Team.
Their bench too.
Like their whole team is solid. Like it's hard to beat a team like that where everybody.
Hold on, you're still underestimating that they have 4 legit scorers who could get you 20.
Who's 4?
4?
Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, and Shea.
You had the first 3, right? You had Chet, SGA, and Williams.
That's
Lou
it.
Dort is not a scorer. He's a great defender. He can be a great 3-and-D player.
But he's not giving you 15.
He's a 3-and-D guy.
That's it. That's what it is.
He's a 3-and-D guy who could get you 20.
But what is he going to get you 20 if they're having? Bro, you got to understand how they just dominated a whole year. They never needed him to get it. Like,
what do you mean? Bro, it was multiple times on that fantasy app when I had Lou Dort on my team.
Did you just hear what Tim said?
He gave me like 40
did you just hear what Terrence said?
What?
He averaged 7.
They don't need him to score. For what?
You
got your big 3 guys.
But hold on. Y'all are not listening to me. I'm not saying average 20.
We're not saying you can't 20. Get anybody can get 20.
Yeah, but
we're talking about average. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And not anybody. No, then don't sit here and say anybody can get 20. Because if that was the case,
can get 20. Lou Dort can get 20. Yes, we're not saying that he can't. No one's saying that he can't hoop. What we're saying is there's only but so much shooting you can do when your other guys are shooting the dang ball. That's not his role. That's all it is. That doesn't mean the guy can't get it.
Like they got other dudes that can step up and get the 20 points. They got Hartenstein, they got Caruso, they got Dort, they got Wiggins. I don't know who Wallace is, but I mean, he averaged 5, so I guess he can get.
Don't they got 2 Williams on that team?
Yeah, somebody other named Jalen Williams. He don't really play much, but it's like 6 dudes that is named out. Lou Dort ain't got to be the only one to get it.
But you're comparing the Lakers to a team that's out of this world way better.
Younger, faster, stronger, better.
Hold on. I agree. But if we want to compete with that team that's out of the world, what do we have to do?
Get some defense. That's it.
That's legit the answer. Defense. That's the answer.
Bro, you're underestimating Luka and LeBron.
We thought that was the answer for Golden State, right? All they needed was offense. They played defense well, but all they really needed was offense.
Well, y'all didn't get to see that matchup. We didn't get to see how that matchup was going to look. Let's be fair. Let's not act like.
No, I'm saying in general. They played defense, but they didn't work. They never needed defense.
Bro, all y'all needed to do was
who never needed defense? I'm confused. Wait a minute. Who don't need defense?
Who didn't need defense?
That Golden State team with KD?
Yeah, they did. No, that was one of the best defenses in the
league. They had defense. What are you talking about?
Like I said, clearly just said, they played defense, but they didn't need it. They also number 1 on offense. They were also number.
Why are you saying they don't need it? Why are you saying they don't need it?
No. Do you realize without that defense they had, they would be the Phoenix Suns? I don't care if you got KD, Curry, LeBron, James Harden. If you don't play defense, your team's not winning anything. Like they're
why
not.
do you say they don't?
I don't care how good they are.
Why do you say they don't need the defense? I'm confused. They still got to stop people from scoring,
especially in the league today where everybody can get a bucket. Unfortunately, anybody can get a bucket.
I don't know. I don't agree with they don't need defense.
I don't agree with that at all. That's
four people that can drop 30. Like that's
that don't. You still got to get people to stop the other people from dropping the same.
I'm gonna say you still got to play the other side of the ball.
No.
Tim, we just went through this. You can't outscore teams in this era.
In this era, I am talking about that Golden State team. That was a completely different era. Am I wrong?
It's not that far off.
It was not that far off.
It was not that many.
It's still
first of all was popular.
Hold on. Name a team right now that will keep up scoring wise with that Golden State team.
You keep saying scoring, but they play excellent.
No, Terrence, and just answer it. Scoring wise,
that's the greatest team ever, and that includes the Bulls.
They're going to outscore you. I'm saying, Terrence, I'm not disagreeing that they needed defense to win. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they could have won without defense. That's how I feel about it. That's all I'm saying. You got four people who can consistently give you 30. Not four. You had three people who can consistently give you 30.
But they weren't giving him 30. What's the four people? Are you talking about Klay Thompson?
No, I switched it to 3 and said, Klay Thompson, Steph, and KD. What are we talking about?
Okay, but you still got to play the other side. And one of them years, KD played hell of a good defense at the rim.
Don, listen to what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. We disagree, Tim.
But
I hear what you're saying. I do not think if you took defense away from that team that they would have been that successful. I do not.
First round.
I do not think
first round.
You still got to stop the other people from scoring the ball, bro.
I don't care how good of an offense team is. If you choose not to play defense, you're getting beat first round. Ask Phoenix, they know. Ask the Nets, they know. Ask who's that team?
You're naming teams that weren't nowhere near offensively as good as Golden State.
Yeah, which is why you're using a bad example because that's the greatest team of all time.
No, but I'm just saying.
Unfortunately.
Why are you saying unfortunately?
Because KD ruined basketball.
KD ruined basketball?
Bro, basketball it wasn't even watchable.
Draymond ruined basketball.
No. Bro, Kevin Durant stayed where he was at like a grown man. Bro, basketball would have been actually fun to watch. You knew who was going to win the championship going into the season.
Are we really going to get mad at KD for leaving?
When I don't care about him leaving, bro. He could have went anywhere else. You chose the soft route.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Tim, you don't go to the team that just beat you.
Thank you. The team that just beat you is crazy.
No, I said that's fair. I said that's fair. You can't go to the team that just beat you.
And 3-1. Let's not forget that.
They were up 3-1, bro. Like, how do you even blow that?
They lost all them games in a row. Like, you can't. Nah, bro. You can't do that.
Hey.
That's bad.
Then he had I want to change the scenery. So you go to the team that just beat you?
Yep.
Excuse me? Like, NBA players soft.
Besides that, I hear what you're saying. I just don't agree, but that's fine. So how does that, for the Thunder and the Pacers, we talked about the front court a little bit. What does the backcourt of the Pacers need to do to make this a series?
Don't foul SGA.
Damn. Well,
that's going to happen regardless. Did you not see the Timberwolves matchup?
I'm going to tell you this. It's going to get ugly. And, of course, I've been wrong plenty of times. This whole series, I've been wrong. But it's going to get ugly, and I'm on the record saying this. It's going to get ugly if they can't steal one of them first 2 games in OKC. That's all I'm going to say. It's gonna get ugly. If they lose both of them too,
the series over.
It's over.
If they can't get one on the road, the series is done. They might as well go ahead and pack their bags, and just get ready for next season. Because even if they win, if they lose the first 2 and they even win the next 2 out of 3 in OKC. If you can't beat them in their house, which most teams cannot do,
it's over. If they go 2-0 going back to Indiana, it's over.
It's over, bro. They got to get one of them first 2 games. There's no way. Like the Knicks, who they went up to against the Knicks? The Knicks are the Knicks. Once again, Cat proved my point. Defense matters. That dude is terrible. You cannot have a big man who plays literally.
They still should not have lost that series. They're the better team.
By a mile.
Cat does not suck. He just sucks defensively.
He's awful defensively.
That's what we're talking about.
He had the best year of his career.
He did.
Actually, not talking about defense though.
Top 3 center this year. Top 3 center.
He's just so bad. Like, and he doesn't even attempt to put any effort towards the defensive end. That makes me annoyed. You can't be 7 feet on the
But hold on. But this is the same thing that we was talking about. Hold on real quick. This is the same thing we was talking about when we talked about Luka, and we said that guy may not ever give you the defense that we want. That's why you got to surround him around people that have that defensive mindset. So why can't we say the same thing for Cat?
Because Cat is 7 feet tall. I'm not giving him that streak.
Never mind.
When has Cat not been in the top 3 of centers?
What? Is that a real question?
I'm asking.
This is his first time in the top 3 centers. Am I not tripping? Am I tweaking?
Why was he not top 3 last year?
When you got Jokic
besides Jokic and Embiid,
you had that's already
besides Jokic and Embiid, who was that? Who else was better than him?
Sengun was better than him last year.
Oh, that's most definitely 3. That's most definitely 3.
Don't be disrespectful. What are you talking about? Sengun was better than him.
Sengun will be better than him.
Hardenstein had a better year than Cat last year. Okay. When we played for the Knicks.
He had a good year this year.
Yeah. Here, I thought y'all was gonna say Bam, but we jumped down to Sengun. It's insane.
Okay, Bam too. What are you talking about? Sengun.
I mean, if you want to put Bam in there too, that's fine too. That's
exactly. That's already 3 people.
I still feel like Cat has been top 3.
Nah, bro.
Top 3 shooter.
Top 3 shooting big, yes. But big overall, this is his first time top 3.
Not even big. I'm not saying big.
I forgot about Wembanyama. That's already 3 right there. That's 2 seasons he been in the league and he already better. So that's 3.
He was better than Cat last year.
He was better than Cat last year and this year.
No. Y'all won. Y'all
was got better than Cat this year.
I forgot about Wemby.
Yes.
I don't know. Cat surprised me a lot this year, bro.
If Wemby did get hurt, we talking MVP if his team wasn't so bad.
But we don't know that.
If his team wasn't so bad, bro, Wemby's MVP. He's already MVP player.
That's a lot of what ifs.
Their team not even that bad though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying. They were solid.
Their team was terrible.
They just got.
Their team is not terrible.
Like Chris Paul elevates teams. He always does. And if Wemby stays healthy, like
De'Aaron Fox
and Fox and they Ricky Castle. But
that boy balling,
boy.
Oh my god! I seen him. Me and Garrett saw him live, bro. He hoops, bro. He hoops. The Spurs are not that bad, bro, at all. And if we're talking about trash, that's the Wizards.
Oh, they're garbage. Oh my gosh, they should just abolish their franchise. They suck.
We should start our own franchise.
Wait, why the word abolish? I don't know.
Bro, the Wizards are terrible. The Wizards are like the Cleveland Browns. Consistent garbage.
Nigga, this is not 1762.
Bro, they should be abolished. It's ridiculous.
62 is even worse.
Bro, when is the last time Wizards been good? In 2010?
Bradley Beal.
2010?
That wasn't 2010.
Bro, like 2010 through like 2013 was like their peak years, and they ain't did nothing since.
No, I thought it was before then.
You talking about John
2008?
Wall?
They got John Wall?
That was 2010
when John Wall left. They weren't impressive. It was only because Bradley Beal was kind of putting him on because
he was just chucking shots and getting heavy stats, empty stats, and no playoffs. The Wizards have been garbage since I've been alive. The Wizards are the worst franchise in the NBA.
Gilbert Arenas.
Trash. They didn't win nothing.
I mean, but they were still exciting.
He got a few playoff appearances. How many playoff appearances he got? By 2?
Who, Gilbert Arenas? 2 or 3, right?
Okay. So
I mean, but
what are we talking about?
They lost first round every time.
All right, I mean, guys, he can't do it
by
himself.
Oh no! Matter of fact, I take that back. The Hornets are the worst NBA team in NBA.
No, you're tweaking.
No, they're on the rise. You tripping? They're on the rise. LaMelo has awakened.
No, they're not the worst. They're not worse than the Wizards. They're not worse than the Wizards, bro.
They're not worse than the Wizards.
I've been saying LaMelo been on the rise for what? About almost 5 years now. Wait, no.
He finally put down the big baller brand shoes.
Bro, he
finally learned that his brother got hurt wearing big baller brand.
I forgot they had big baller brand shoes.
Let me remind you, they planned.
Why you think they don't wear them shits no more?
That's not why Lonzo took them off, bro.
Bro, Lonzo got hurt in those. He said it himself. They weren't ready. His dad forced him.
Why is he wearing the prototypes? That's crazy.
Because he's the oldest son.
Nah, you can go pay somebody else to be a lab rat, not me.
Wanted him to wear it.
You can pay somebody else to go be a lab rat, not me. I wear them when I go to the mall or something.
That's crazy. You had your own son play lab rat.
Hell no, you go pay somebody else to be a lab rat. Cause look at him now.
Your son been trash ever since he wore them shoes.
Look at him now. Nah, he ain't been trash. You tweaking. Which son you talking about?
The only one that wore them shoes, Lonzo.
Lonzo has never been trash. He's just been injury prone.
Okay, so I retract my statement. I'm sorry. The Sacramento Kings are the worst team in the NBA. The worst ran franchise. The worst franchise. But the Kings are trash. Outside of 2022, let's be realistic. Be realistic. At least the Wizards have playoff appearances in the 2010s.
We're better than the Wizards.
Better where?
We're better than the Wizards, bro.
Y'all have not been an elite team since 2000.
In the last 3 or 4 years, we've been better than the Wizards.
He said y'all ain't been an elite team since 2002.
Bro, one playoff appearance. One.
2002?
The Wizards have.
That's insane.
Bro,
that's
tweaking,
insane.
You a Magic fan? What are we talking about, bro?
We made the finals and consistent playoffs in the 2020s. What are we talking about,
bro? I said the last 4 years, bro.
Did y'all make the playoffs in the last 4 years?
Yeah.
They made the playoffs last year. No, that was 2 years ago, right?
That was play-in. Play-in don't count.
No, they legit made the playoffs.
We lost to the Warriors. We lost to the Warriors in the second round.
And before that, what was the last time in the playoffs?
In the semis, I think.
And what was the last playoff appearance before then?
It's been a good minute, bro.
There we go. That's all I need to know. Worst franchise in the NBA.
That's not the worst franchise, bro. The Wizards are the worst.
The Wizards not worse.
And the Houston Rockets was trash.
That nigga said 2002.
James Harden?
That last year. I'm talking about
2002 is insane.
The last
I'm talking about the last 4 years.
No, let's talk about
overall franchise.
No, that's what you're talking about.
Hey, hold on.
That's not what I'm talking about.
The last time y'all was relevant was when Snap Your Fingers was on the radio.
Hey, Tim, you calm down.
Legit, that was the last time the Kings were relevant.
Can y'all relax? Like, I get it.
When I said worse, I meant just friend. No, I'm not talking about John.
Hey, Lil Jon was the Metro booming.
Hey, real quick.
That era.
Hey, real quick, shut up. All right, we got it.
The only reason y'all
I don't understand how this happened.
The only reason the Clippers are
behind is because they have I didn't even think about y'all until
Let's be real. Every NBA team, except for the Hornets because they're garbage, has had at least some type of playoff appearance recently, at least over the last decade. Let's just say
the Hornets actually ever had
trash. Bro, the Hornets
they never made the playoffs with Kemba.
Maybe one time. They probably got swept first round.
Before.
Damn, they was probably first round exit, huh?
Probably.
Damn.
He said probably.
So how are we the worst?
Because y'all have only had one good season in like 22 years of my life.
What about the Charlotte Hornets?
Trash, but they better than y'all.
How?
Because they collect better players. They might not know how to use them, but they'll collect the player better every now and then.
I disagree with that, bro. We got Sabonis, double machine. We got De'Aaron Fox. Do I need to keep going, bro?
That's it. Hold
on, y'all on the same level as the Hornets. Because the last time they made the playoffs,
we have Malik Monk.
2002.
We got Malik Monk. What you talking about?
The last time
DeMar
made
DeRozan,
the playoffs
was
when the Sacramento Kings made the playoffs in 2002.
Hey, can you really? Who are you? What are you doing?
And they defeated your Magic.
I like that.
Not.
They say the Hornets made the playoffs.
It was the
2016. It's 2025. That's almost a decade.
Again, the last time y'all made the playoffs before 2 years ago was 2002. I was 8 years old.
Do you still?
I was 7 years old.
Bro, can we move on, bro?
I was 7.
Hold on. Hey, y'all remember that song? Get it on the floor. Get it.
Hey, bro. Man.
That's how Cleveland Brown fans.
Can we move on? I get it, bro. I'm just gonna let y'all. I'm just gonna be on the record right now. If Sabonis leave, I leave too. That's just how that goes.
He said Sabonis leave.
Oh, so you're a bandwagon. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm dead.
You're a native to Sacramento. You're gonna
okay. So I have to stay. I have to stay a Kings fan if they get rid of all the players.
Yes.
Nah, I'm good.
Do you see the misery I went through for the past 10 years to go up and left my team?
Thank you, Terrence. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, "Stay an Orlando Magic fan or die."
You chose that misery.
It's called being loyal to your team.
It's called choosing your fate.
Did Tim up and leave the Lakers?
Hey, Terrence, you're not on payroll, buddy. It's okay. You're not on payroll. It's okay.
Hold on, Terrence. Hold on. I knew we wasn't gonna be garbage for long. I knew we had a smart GM.
Then nobody knew LeBron was coming through that door except for LeBron. He ain't tell nobody until he walked through the door. He said, "I'm here. Let me play ball."
Hold on. First of all, was it anywhere else for him to go but besides back to Miami?
He could have just stayed where he was at.
Yeah,
he could have easily stayed in Cleveland.
You know how many people was going to get through that cap space to get Brian?
Bro, he could have went to Philly. I think Philly tried it. New York tried it. Bro, everybody tried it.
No, I give you New York could have had him.
Philly, Miami.
No, I'm talking about people who can get people to come there.
But they would have legit shoved everything out the way. They would have said, "Hit, Bron."
Philly's a good market. It's not.
They would have kicked Embiid out.
They would have kicked everybody out.
No more process. No more process.
Hey, look, no more process, brother. Bron is here.
The process is over.
You gotta go, nigga. The process is over.
Ben Simmons, Bron, and B. I would have shipped everybody.
Y'all can go. That's cool.
Wait, hold on.
We don't even know it. No. Hold
on. You're not paying
before
Ricky
we even knew that he was gonna make it. But this is
you're not paying Ricky Ben Simmons up with LeBron.
No, absolutely not.
Well, Rookie Ben Simmons.
Y'all ain't have to do me like that. It's Rook. Hey, he shot the ball.
Why you say it like
also the Clippers? Sorry, that was.
That's why he's ass. That's why he's considered ass right now. Am I wrong?
Because he's considered ass because of his mental. His mental.
His mental bad, boy.
That's why he's ass.
They killed his mental. I don't know what happened.
Philly happened. What you mean? We saw it.
No, Trae Young happened.
Bro, it actually did not start until Trae Young.
The Hawks happened.
No, we should talk about that. It did not get crazy until Trae Young did that. Well, he passed that layup up.
I'm not gonna dunk on 6'2" Trae Young. I'm 6'9". I'm not gonna dunk on 6'2" Trae Young.
No, he's 6'10". This nigga's a center.
Pathetic, bro. Like, that's pathetic. He could have been the greatest center of all time. Athleticism, speed.
Hey, just imagine how much shit. Exactly. Hey, just imagine how much shit Garrett and Z would have been talking if Trae Young just so happened to block his shot.
I will be talking trash to this day.
Bro,
Ben Simmons is trash.
That should have happened.
He's trash. Back to your Kings. You're not gonna slide off the conversation that quick. You know
snap his fingers. He thought he could snap his fingers.
Trash.
We're better than the Wizards, bro.
You're not.
What?
You're
not according to these statistics.
We're talking about two different things, though. I'm talking about the last 4 years. You're talking about since 2002. I don't care.
Why are we talking about?
You know how old I was in 2002?
I was 7.
I was 4.
That don't take the fact that they still suck.
I wasn't even a fan at 4. Why are we talking about 2002?
When you pick your team, you make your bet. It's as simple as that.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm sorry. Hey, excuse me. I was a Laker in 2002. Thank you.
But I'm not talking about you.
No, I was just redacting what Don said.
Hey,
he said nobody was a fan. I was like,
I don't care about none of that. Y'all are not on payroll. I don't care. I can go where I please.
You're not a real fan.
Okay. That's why you will forever be a Gamecock.
All right, bro. Let's move on, bro. Y'all got
take that.
Nobody
not take that.
No one even ever said I was a Gamecock fan. Like y'all made that up.
Take that is insane.
Y'all made that up.
Relax,
can it be a team I actually said I liked? Like, where did the Gamecock come from?
Are we gonna ignore that he said take that and said no Diddy?
All right, bro. Can we just give our predictions?
No, because you're gonna say no. He gonna sit here.
He said it.
You're gonna let a grown man tell you to take that without him saying no Diddy?
Bro, why do you gotta make stuff weird?
You gonna take that? You gonna sit here and take that, Don?
Right.
You might as well just put some baby oil on yourself.
What's the predictions?
Pause.
What's the predictions, bro?
See, I already said
I got 6 games. I got 6 games.
I'm going 7 out of respect for Pacers, but I'm still picking OKC.
I got 6 games, OKC.
I got Pacers in 6.
All predictions.
Weekend?
Oh, also SGA Finals MVP because you got to pick somebody. So.
Why do you have? All right, I don't even want to go through that. I don't know why you had the Pacers winning against the Thunder, but we're gonna let it go. We shall see, boys.
We definitely shall see. Ain't y'all the same people who said anybody can win?
That's true. You're right. That's what I'm saying. We shall see. All right. We thank y'all for watching and tuning into episode 82. This was a fun one. Y'all let us know what y'all predictions are in the comments below. Of course, we're going to stay in tune with the NBA, so we'll have another video whenever this finals is over to talk about it and see what teams need to do in the offseason. This is Don King, Wrestling Geek, Some Chill. Follow us for our personal Instagrams right here. Our Know It All Podcast YT, that's our IG page. Know It All Podcast on TikTok, Know It All Podcast on YouTube. And go ahead and subscribe to Wrestling Geek for all your wrestling content needs there. And episode 82, and we're out.
Also, the Kings are the worst team in NBA history.
All right, big up. Yeah.